on the outskirts of a forgotten desert town, where sand swallowed roads and silence clung to every abandoned house. 16-year-old Noah Graves spent most nights on his rooftop staring at static-filled skies. His father used to call the desert a graveyard of secrets, and Noah never understood what that meant, until the night the ground beneath the town began to hum. It happened just after midnight. The stars were unusually bright, hanging still like they were listening. Noah had been tinkering with an old radio he repaired from junkyard scraps when a sharp burst of static punched through the silence, followed by a whisper. Noah, he froze. The radio wasn't plugged in. It didn't even have a working battery. He tapped the metal casing. Another whisper echoed. Help, trapped. Noah stumbled backward, breath shaking. The voice wasn't human, and it wasn't coming from the sky. It was coming from underground. The next morning, the entire town felt wrong. Birds didn't sing. Dogs hid indoors. Everyone felt a faint vibration under their feet, like a buried engine slowly waking. Noah tried to warn people, but no one listened. Not even his mother, who thought he was just lonely and imagining things since his father disappeared near the same desert years ago. So Noah returned to the one place that never lied, the sand. With a shovel strapped to his bike, he followed the radio's pull, riding deeper into the dunes until he reached a place the old maps didn't show. A crater, huge, silent, and in the middle of it, buried halfway beneath the sand, was a metallic structure glowing faintly with blue symbols. As Noah approached, the radio crackled again. You hear us. You're like him. Him. Noah's heart slammed against his chest. My father? Where is he? No answer. Only another hum, deeper this time, vibrating through the sand. Noah stepped close, placing his hand on the metal. The entire structure shuddered beneath his touch, and suddenly the sand collapsed under his feet. He fell, screaming, straight into a dark chamber. The chamber lit up the moment he hit the floor. Rows of tall pods glowed along the walls, filled with swirling blue mist. Some were broken, some were cracked open. One was glowing brighter than the rest. Inside it, motionless, was his father. Noah staggered toward the pod. Before he could reach it, the radio screeched violently. Warning, containment breach. The chamber shook. Something big was awake in the shadows. Then he heard footsteps. Heavy, metallic. Noah ducked behind a collapsed support beam as a towering alien machine stepped into the light. 12 feet tall, multi-jointed limbs. A single red eye burning like a furnace. It scanned the pods with a low, vibrating growl. Noah held his breath. This wasn't a rescue mission. This was a prison, and the machines were the wardens. A pod cracked open behind him with a hiss. Noah turned. His father gasped awake, eyes wide with terror. Noah! The machine swiveled instantly, red eye locking onto them both. Noah grabbed his father, pulling him out of the pod. His father collapsed, weak from stasis but alive. The machine roared and lunged forward. Noah grabbed a loose steel pipe and swung it at the glowing power conduit beside the pod. Sparks exploded. The lights flickered. The machine staggered as entire rows of pods malfunctioned. Something massive moved in the darkness. Something the machines must have been guarding. You freed them, the voice whispered from the radio, but this time it wasn't desperate. It was awakening. Pods burst open around the chamber as alien prisoners, tall, crystalline, ghost-like beings, rose with glowing fractal eyes. They had been trapped for centuries beneath human sand, unknown to the surface world. One stepped forward, towering over Noah and his trembling father. You broke the chain, it said, voice echoing like chimes underwater. Now we break the prison. With a gesture, the alien beings unleashed a shockwave that obliterated the machine in a flash of white heat. The underground structure shook violently, the entire prison collapsing. Noah dragged his father toward a rising platform as the aliens tore through metallic walls like paper. The radio whispered again, this time gentle, we owe you. You're no longer alone. Sand erupted upward as the chamber detonated, sending Noah and his father flying onto the desert surface. Blue shards of alien light burst into the sky like rising stars. The beings, free at last, ascended silently into the night, their shapes dissolving into starlight. As Noah held his barely conscious father tight, he looked up and whispered, "Dad, what were you doing down there?" His father coughed, eyes trembling. "I wasn't exploring. I was trying to warn them. The machines weren't built by aliens, Noah." He turned toward the glowing crater. "They were built by us." Noah felt the cold desert wind freeze his spine. Before he could speak, the radio buzzed one last time. "We will return when your world is ready." And just like that, the stars above flickered, one by one, answering back.